Hello everybody, this is part 10 on how to make a shooter game in Scratch. In this tutorial, I will be creating a boss zombie that will spawn other zombies, make a wave counter for each wave of zombies, and make the game harder over time. If you haven't seen parts 1 through 9 yet, make sure to check it out, link is in the description below. I also have my game on my Scratch profile, and the link will also be in the description below. So anyways, let's start making our boss zombie. So let's create a new sprite. And I will create a costume for the boss. Alright, now I am finished with my boss zombie, and now let's go back to our scripts. So first, let's go to events, grab a when flag clicked, then hide the boss zombie, because that's where we show our menu screen. Now we want the zombie to show when the game starts. So go to events, grab a when I receive, start. Then let's just wait like maybe 5 seconds and then show, just for right now. And let's make the boss zombie spawn in a random Y position over here. So go to motion, grab a go to XY, change the X value to, let's say 260. So at the very edge of the screen. Actually, let's see the maximum X value the boss zombie can go. So I'm just going to drag it to the edge of the screen here. And that is about, okay, that's about X value of 240. And let's pick a Y position of a random value between here, which is 143, and here, negative 133. So go to operators and drag a pick random, put it in the Y position, change this to 143, I think. Yeah, and negative 133. So now after 5 seconds, the zombie is going to spawn somewhere around here. And then now let's go to control, grab a forever loop, and always point towards the player. So go to motion, drag point towards, and change this to sprite 1. And let's make it move really slowly, so let's see. Okay, I'll make it move like 0.25 steps. And the scripts for the zombie boss is actually going to be really similar to the scripts in the normal zombies. So I might just copy and paste some scripts. Let's see. Alright, we need a variable for the boss zombie lives. So go to data, make a variable, and I will call this boss zombie lives. And click OK. Now when we start, we want to set this to, let's say 50. Drag it in here. And let's see. Alright, we are going to use this for the bullet detection. So we can just duplicate this script here. And then drag this into the boss zombie sprite. And now we can delete this. And we have our script in our boss zombie. And since the script has wait blocks in it, we don't want this interfering with our move and pointing towards the player. So let's make this into a separate forever loop. So grab an event, when I receive start. Okay, actually we can just broadcast a new message. So broadcast a new message. Let's call this detect bullet for boss. And then click OK. And I'll drag this right after it shows. And now let's drag that when I receive detect bullet for boss. Then do the code in here. And let's put a for loop outside of this. And there. Now we want to change all of these variables here to boss zombie lives. So change boss zombie lives by damage times -1. And we can take out all of these if statements in here and only leave one in. So if boss zombie lives is less than 1, then we can change cache by like 200, or actually like 75. So after the boss zombie dies, it gives the player 75 cash, and it should also hide after that. And we also want to stop this script. So stop the script after it hides. And this block here is optional, but I'm just going to add it in. So now let's see if our boss zombie works. So we start, and after 5 seconds, it should show. And there is our boss zombie. And let's just wait until we kill it. Oh, and actually, one thing, as you can see here, the bullets go through the boss zombie, and we don't want that. Okay, we just killed it, and it works. So we don't want the bullets going through the boss zombie. So let's change that by going to our bullet. And as you see here, the bullet stops after it touches the edge or sprite 3, which are the normal zombies. And we also want it to stop after it touches the boss zombie. So go to operators, grab a OR, drag this into here, and go to sensing, and grab a touching, and change this to touching sprite 14, which is a boss zombie. So now the bullets should stop after touching the boss zombie. Now let's test it out. The boss zombie, there it is. And as you see, the bullets stop after touching the boss zombie. So yeah. Now, I also want the boss zombie to spawn zombies from itself. That way it feels more like a boss rather than just a bigger zombie with more health. So let's just create a new sprite. And actually, never mind, we can duplicate this, the normal zombie sprite. And these will be the zombies that spawn from the boss zombie. So I'm only going to have one zombie costume for this. So I'm going to delete these 2 costumes. And I'll change this up a bit. Alright, so now we have our mini boss zombies. And now let's go back to our scripts. And let's edit these scripts. So when the zombie starts as a clone, we can take this out, just switch costume to the current costume it is on, which is normal, and take all of these if statements out, but drag the set zombie lives out, and you can take these and put them in the trash. And we have our zombie lives for the mini zombies. And I'll leave this to 3. Now put this back on. And when a clone of the zombie is created, we don't want it to go over here. We want it to start at the boss zombie. So go to the X position of the boss zombie, which is sprite 14, and also go to the Y position of the boss zombie. So now it's going to spawn on the boss zombie. Drag this back in, and if shop open equals no, then point towards the player, and let's make it move, let's say 2 steps. And if touching the bullet, then it does all of this, okay? And after its lives are less than 1, then it's gonna drop, let's say 1 cash, and then delete this clone. And take this out. And we also do not need this, so you can drag this out. And yeah, this should be it for our mini boss zombie sprites. And now let's go back to our boss zombie and make it spawn these zombies. Oh yeah, and one thing, we also need to account for the shop open. So go grab an if statement and put it around the point towards sprite 1 and move 0.25 steps. So if shop open equals to no, then it moves, because when we open the shop, we want it to pause. So yeah. Now to make it spawn zombies, we need a separate forever loop. So go to events and grab a detect bullet for boss. And then grab a forever loop. Wait. Let's actually go to operators, grab a pick random too. So let's make it wait like from a random of 1.5 to 3 seconds. And then after that, let's create a clone of sprite 15, which is our mini boss zombies here. And also, I want to rename this message because it's not only detect bullet for boss. So I am going to create a new message and call this start boss stuff, I guess. Okay, click OK. And now let's change these to start boss stuff. Alright, so I think this should work. Okay, I'm gonna test it out. Boss zombie is right here. And it spawns zombies. Cool. As you can see, it spawns these little zombies. However, they're spawning on top of the boss zombie, and I want them to spawn under the boss zombie. So I will change that. Go to sprite 15, which is the mini boss zombies. And when I start as a clone, then go to looks and grab the go back 1 layers block and put this on the top. And now they should spawn on the bottom. Also, for right now, I'm going to hide these normal zombies just so that I could focus on the boss zombie. So I'm going to take this out. Alright. Let's see how it does. Okay, there's our boss zombie. Okay, they still spawn on top. So I'm going to change this to go back 99 layers. Just like a really large number so that it ensures that the zombie spawns on the bottom. Now let's try it again. Boss zombie. And they spawn on the bottom. Cool. Alright. I think I want them to spawn a bit faster. And oh yeah, after the boss zombie dies, they still spawn. So let's fix that first. So let's go to our boss zombie. And in this for loop here, we want to add, after the boss zombie dies, we want to stop all of its scripts in here. So go to control, and then drag a stop all, and change this to stop other scripts in sprite. So after the boss zombie's lives is less than 1, then it hides, and then it stops all of these other forever loops in here, and it stops the forever loop here. So now it should work. And I also want the mini zombies to spawn faster, so I'll say wait between 1 and 2 seconds. And I also want the mini boss zombies to spawn sort of randomly, so that it doesn't always spawn in the center of the boss zombie. So I'll go to operators, grab a pick random, and also grab a addition operator. So when it spawns, it goes to the X position of the boss zombie, plus, let's say pick random, negative 5 to 5, I guess. Yep. And grab another plus and a pick random. And drag the Y position in. And let's say pick random negative 10 and 10. So yeah, now the mini zombies should spawn a bit more randomly. Now let's test it out. So start. And our boss zombie is right here. And there are our mini zombies. And they spawn sort of randomly. Oh yeah, also one more thing. The bullets go through the mini boss zombies, as you see here. They go through them. So let's go to our bullet sprite and add the mini boss zombie sprite to our touch check in the bullet. So add an OR, go to sensing, grab touching, change this to sprite 15, which is our mini zombies. Now let's add that into here, and we should be good. Alright, let's test it out. Boss zombie right here. There are our mini boss zombies. And cool. The bullets do not go through them, so that's good. So yeah. I'll make them spawn a bit more randomly, so I'll change this to -15 and 15 for the Y position. Right here, so it's like -15 and 15. And for the X, I'll do like -10 and 10. And yeah. Boss zombie here. And the zombies. Cool. Now let's try killing the boss zombie. So yep, okay, we killed it. And there we go. Now let's add the normal zombies back in. And let's see how it goes. So we start. And we also have our normal zombies. There's the boss. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So the next thing we want is to add waves, so you can keep track of what level you're on. So let's go to the costume here, which shows our money and lives, and let's add waves onto each of these costumes. So let's grab text and then type waves or wave. Let's drag this right here. Actually, I might drag it on top. Or at the very end. Okay, I'll put it like right here. Actually on top. Okay, so right here. And we can't see it, so I'll just move this down a bit, right here. And we have our wave. Now let's add the wave to all 3 of our costumes. So for the other 2, I'll do the same. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we want a separate number counter for our waves. So let's just copy this, duplicate. And let's see. Let's go to data and create a new variable. Let's call it wave. Click OK. And when the flag is clicked, set wave to 1. So it starts on the first wave of zombies. And for each digit in the number, let's change the cache to waves. And also change this cache to wave. Now that we have that, we also need to position the numbers. So let's start. And let's see. The number is currently right here. So we want to change that to... Let's change the X. Okay, I gotta first take out these zombies. So I will just remove this and remove the boss zombie. Alright. Now we want to change our X position by like 30. So -1, 92. Okay. So just play around with the numbers depending on how you positioned all your stuff. So, let's see. 165. Okay, 168. And I'll make the Y position go to around 161, 160. Yeah, 160. And I think the number's a bit big, so I'll change the size to like 100%. And 159. Okay. And now for our cache number counter. It's still up there, so we need to change the Y to like 149, 139, 130, 132. Yeah, to like 132. And actually, I'm going to change the wave counters back to 120%, so that looks better. And Y position of 160.5. Or 160. No, 160.5. Alright. So now we have our wave number. And now let's make the wave change like every 10 seconds. So grab a forever loop and put it after the set wave to 1. And just wait 10 seconds. Go to data and change wave by 1. And it's that simple. Now let's see. If we wait 10 seconds, then the wave is going to change to 2. So, yep, wave changed to 2. And it's going to keep increasing. And now that we have our wave counter, we want the zombies to become faster and faster every wave. Or stronger and stronger, but I'll make them faster. So, let's go to our zombie sprites. And go to our move steps right here. And let's grab a operator, the plus sign operator. Put it inside of this one. And for our normal zombies, it's going to move the normal move speed, right? So move 1 steps. But however, we want it to move faster and faster every wave. So to do that, I'm just going to grab a multiplication operator. Go to data. I'll grab my wave variable, and I'll put like 0.1 in here. So what I'm doing is that every wave, it moves 0.1 steps faster. So when it starts out on wave 1, it moves 1 plus 1 times 0.1, which is 0.1. So that's 1.1 steps. And when it turns to wave 2, it's going to move 1 plus 2 times 0.1. So that's 1 plus 0.2, which is 1.2. So I was going to move 1.2 steps, and so on. And actually, I think that might be a bit fast, so I'll make it easier at the beginning. So I'll make a move actually like 0.7 steps, or yeah, 7 steps at the beginning. And by the way, this is just how I'm going to do it. You can like change this to make your own way. Maybe you can make the zombie move twice as fast every wave, like move wave times 2 steps, or do something else like that. But I'm just going to do it like this. So, yeah. Now for the strong, I'll just copy and paste, duplicate. I'll make this 0.4 steps, and like this. And for the fast, duplicate. I'll make it like 3 steps at first, and like this, okay. And I'll actually have it move wave times 0.2 steps. So it increases in speed faster than the strong or normal zombies. So yeah. Now if we test it, the zombies should go faster and faster every wave. So I'll just put this back in. And I'm gonna, for now, decrease the wait time to like every second, because I don't want to wait like 50 seconds to see a change. So I'll start it, And as you see, the zombies are running faster and faster every wave. So yeah, now they're really fast. But anyways, it's like that. So I'm going to change this back to 10 seconds. And I'm actually going to make the zombies spawn a bit slower, because I think they spawn a bit too fast right now. So, alright, I'll make them start at like 1.5 seconds. So every 1.5 seconds it spawns a zombie. Also, if you want, you can make the spawn time decrease every wave, so that the zombies are spawned more frequently as the waves go on. But I'm not going to do that. So anyways, yeah. And I also want the boss zombie to appear at like a certain wave. So let's do that. Instead of the wait 5 seconds, you can take that out, go to control, and then grab a wait until block. And go to operators, grab an equals, and go to data, grab your wave variable, and wait until wave equals, let's say, 5. And then the boss zombie shows. So now let's try that. I'll make the waves change once every 2 seconds, just to speed it up. So yeah. We have our zombies. And now wave 5, and there's our boss zombie. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And one thing I noticed is that we actually want to start counting this when I receive start, not when flag is clicked, because otherwise, if we're on the menu screen, then the wave's going to be still increasing. So let's change this to when I receive menu. Actually, sorry, I mean start. And yeah, there we go. Actually, okay, I can combine these two. So when I receive start, then just drag this under the hide, and we should be good. Yeah, I'll just put this hide in the front, on the top I mean, and put the set wave on top, and there we go. Now let's test it out. Okay, starts on wave 1 and 2, and the zombie should go faster and faster. 4, 5. You can see them really gradually go faster and faster. But yeah. Okay, now I'll change this back to 10 seconds. And there we have it. We have our boss zombie, we have our wave counter, and we make the zombies faster and faster over time. So I'll just do a test run. Let's see. Okay. Alright, we're on wave 2. Okay, wave 3. Wave 4. Now they're getting somewhat faster. And wave 5, there's our boss zombie, and it spawns mini zombies from it. The zombies are still getting faster. Oh, wave 6 now. And yeah, let me try shop. And the zombies stop. Let's see. Okay, yeah, one thing. When you open the shop, the wave still increases, and we don't want that. So let's grab an if statement and check if shop open equals to no. Then it changes wave by 1. However, one more problem is that the if statement is only going to check once every 10 seconds, because it's going to wait 10 seconds, change wave by 1, and then check. So like while it's waiting 10 seconds and then you open the shop, then after it changes wave by 1, then it's going to stop. And we don't want that. So A way to fix this is to grab a repeat loop. So let's repeat like 100 times. And let's wait 10 divided by 100. So that's 0.01 seconds. And let's create a timer variable. So go to data and create a timer variable. Click OK. And every 0.01 seconds, let's change timer by 0.1. And oh yeah, sorry, I meant 0.1 seconds. So wait 0.1 seconds, then change timer by 1. Now let's drag this into the if chop open equals no. And actually, we don't need the repeat 100, so take that out. And let's add another if statement. So if, go to operators, grab a greater than, go to data, grab timer, and if timer is greater than 9.9, so that means if we've waited for 10 seconds or longer, then let's change wave by 1 and set timer back to 0. So it resets it to 0. And yeah, now this should work. So let's show our timer variable for now, and let's test it. Okay, timer starts. And once the timer reaches 10, it's going to change waves. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now it's wave 2, and the timer resets. And if I go to the shop, the timer stops, as you see here. And when it resumes, then the timer resumes. So now the waves work as usual. Alright. So yeah. Our shop still works. Everything pauses. It's the same. And yeah. Now let's wait for wave 5 for our boss zombie. Oh yeah, okay. I might have forgotten to detect if the player is touching the boss zombie or the mini boss zombies. So I'm gonna add that. Yeah. So let's go to our player and let's see. Yep, right here. If touching sprite 3, we need to add sprite 14 and sprite 15, which is our boss zombie and mini boss zombies. So grab an ore, grab 2 ores, so duplicate, and then go to sensing, grab a touching, or touching sprite 14 or sprite 15. And now it should work. Let me change the waves really quickly. So if you want to change the time between wave increases, just change the timer. So if you want to make the waves increase once every 2 seconds, just make timer greater than 1.9. Now let's test it out. So yeah, waves change really fast. And boss zombie, and now you can lose from the boss zombie. Alright, cool. So anyways, that's it for this tutorial. Be sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials, and ask me any questions in the comments below. Again, this project is on my Scratch profile, so check it out. I put the link in the description below. That's it for this tutorial. See ya.